Okay, after much more agonizing, I've been looking at the different matches I've got on file here. You saw a quick look at the scoreboard there from the previous match. This is went with this one just because mainly it's a match that I don't get to post too often. I like this match. I like this map a lot. It doesn't get played enough. Of course, the whole point here is mainly to control this center area. And there's the added complexity that even if you control one or both of the enemy's prime nodes, they can still bypass those and take over these center areas and get their primes back that way. So you both, so it happens quite often that your team will control a prime or two and they'll concentrate all their power there, and the enemy will simply bypass and go around, take center, and suddenly the enemy can take over most of the board before your team even realizes what's happened. It happens a lot of these things. So you have to always keep a fair number of people in the center, which tends to take away from your ability to hold the primes, of course. So it becomes a big ordeal all around. The tanks are real important. Those cicadas can become important, though that doesn't always happen. It depends on how canny the teams are. But then again, the mantas and the scorpions can also have a big effect. Also, the mantas can fly around the center, squishing people. The scorpions can park themselves in strategic spots where it's difficult to get a tank in there to get them, and they can take out the mantas. The cicadas can hover around and take out the center primes or the center nodes or the primes. If you get two people in them, as we have here, they have some cover from avrils because they can drop flares to divert the avrils. They have more firepower. They can shoot down other cicadas. Of course, every once in a while you get annoying things like the pilot has jumped out at this point, and I haven't quite realized yet. I'm about to realize it, so I'm going to have to search around and get into the driver's seat so I can fly away from here. And I was going to try to pick him up, but he appears to be gone or dead or something, so I'm just going to fly away and do what I can by myself. You can switch seats in this vehicle, of course. That's always an option. Notice that, while we've been busily back there trying to save our primes, the center's gone completely red. But there's going to be a lot of back and forth here. We got a blue orb coming in. I think he's going to take that. Yeah, now we got half the center. Got to take out reach around here and take the other side. I'm going to put some fire on the red orb there to make sure none of them grab it, and then go after it. That was all a bit time sensitive because you could see that one of our primes was going red right there. Since we took center, we don't really have to worry about our prime right for the moment, although it's important to get it back at some point. But as long as we hold the center, that red prime can't be used to attack our core, so it's not a big deal. I've managed to grab hold of the nuke, I'm going to take a red prime. So at this point, even though we've got a prime down, we have one of their primes down also, and we've got people there taking it, and we're building it. We've got the center, at least the side of the center that matters. Now we got both sides of the center, so we're a few seconds away from being able to attack their core. I'm going to waste some time over here shooting at their other prime, but now their core is open, so I'm going to rush immediately over there and put some points on it. Always important to hit the core if you can, because of course you can't win unless you hit the core. It's important to play defense and everything like that, but unless somebody's hitting the core, ain't nothing happening. You ain't going to win nothing. I'm taking a chance of jumping out of that vehicle, but the enemy was dumb enough to keep shooting at it, which means that they didn't capture it, which is what I'd be worried about there. And so I can freely go forward here and put as many points on the core as possible before they inevitably gun me down. That's going to put me back here. I'm going to be back to the regular old business of playing defense and trying to hold on to the intermediate nodes long enough for us to take a prime again. This is not an easy business. Oh, there's the orb over there. I probably should try to. Oh, somebody else has got it. Okay. I like playing defense a lot. It's important, of course. Like I said before, it's important for somebody to hit the core also. But defense is really important. Nobody can hit the core unless somebody's holding on to these critical nodes here. Good idea on this map to use these cliffs for cover. because the tanks typically come in on their side, which means that they can't shoot directly below the cliff that they're on, so that's a good spot to sit with your Avril or your Scorpion or whatever. This is what you need defense for. I mean, it's important to hang on to these nodes, because if Red gets hold of these, that puts them in line to take your primes out. And while I've been putting all this energy into taking this side, well, we got the other side also, and we've got one of their primes also, so we're getting ready to hit their core again, hopefully. No, the Cicada's not down there. I think we got their core open.
Red core is heavily damaged.
Yep, their core's taking fire now. Gonna take out a vehicle here. Since it's a long way to the core, and by the time I got there, who knows what would happen back here. Okay, they've got their prime back down again, so I'm going to stand up here and wait for a red vehicle, but I'm not seeing any. There's just this guy on foot. He's a problem because I'm not really good at aiming with the shock rifle there, so I'm mainly just going to keep hitting the node as he's trying to bring it up. Now I've got a Scorpion attacking me. We're going to take each other out. So yeah, back down on the ground. I'm going to be doing a lot of running back and forth here. Healing this node. There's a bomb. I grabbed it but died. Hopefully the other guy got it. That puts me back to our prime. I got killed by a tank, and anytime I get killed by a tank on this level, it motivates me to go find that tank with a Manta usually. There he is. Well, there's a red tank. Any red tank, well, I'll assume it's the one I'm looking for. There's another one down there. I'm gonna go looking for him after I get this one. Yeah, he went down this way. There he is. I have to kind of back up and get somewhere where he can't hit me as easily. There was a red orb carrier floating around there. Okay, we're gonna get him. Yeah, he got down. I'm gonna get back into that Mana and sit right here and hopefully keep anyone from grabbing that red orb again. There's somebody going after him. He's not gonna get anywhere near it. Red has both center while I'm sitting here doing nothing. Okay, got one of them down. There's the other one.
Grab the shape charge.
Yeah, you sit here and you try to take these positions where you're, like standing guard over the orb or doing these other things. In the meantime, you turn around and find that all that may be for nothing because Red has taken the center anyway. That happens a lot.
Come on.
Here I'm trying to take the role of squishing people with the Mana, but there's no red guys down here to squish. And we're getting ready to lose one of these orbs, and I'm taking fire from the Scorpion, so I am going to jump out and grab onto that orb. And I'm amazed I didn't kill that guy with that Avril there, but at least I got him on the second shot. It's always a race to get that second Avril out because the Avril takes so long to reload. I think I'll manage to get this guy also. Just barely. Something's gonna. Okay, it was another Scorpion. Waiting for somebody. Oh, it always bothers me, it always annoys me that my teammates are so slow to pick up that orb. It sits there on the ground for seconds, entire seconds. A second is an eternity around here. I used the orb on the other node. I'm gonna use the bomb on this one. So yeah, running back and forth. I'm gonna get this guy. I believe, yeah, he's out. I don't know why that bomb didn't go off. It really should have. Oh, maybe that was it. Okay. So yeah, we're just fighting very hard to hold on to both sides here. Yeah, I was agonizing over whether to do this one or do another downtown match because I had a really good downtown match I wanted to do, but I finally ended up doing this one because it's shorter. And also because I like to avoid doing two downtowns at the same time. Here once again, I'm playing Matador with a Manta. Here he's trying to sneak up behind me, but I anticipated that move, and I don't know if I ran out of black or if I decided to switch up on him. Maybe that was my grand strategy, but I did manage to get him. It is fun to do, but only when you win, and you don't always win that game. And, as before, you can get wrapped up in that little game of, oh, I'm going to kill this Mana. In the meantime, you lose track of what's going on with the actual nodes around here, which is important. Not quite going to make it with the bomb that time. So now Red has center, and they're hitting our prime. See how fast all this happened? I really like this match also because this was the only match our team this team won.
Feel the impact of that
And,
one in a minute.
oh, I don't know. Well, maybe they won one, I think they might have won one defensive match on Islander before this, you know, where you're just holding on to the one node, and basically all you have to do is hold that node and
Enemy orb
wait for
carrier
somebody to hit the enemy
Core
prime.
is vulnerable. Blue core
But that
is
wasn't
under
really, you know,
attack.
much of a victory considering this is the only real victory we had the whole evening, and I was pretty happy about it.
I have the orb.
We lost the one after that too. It's also nice that I got the high score on this one, but you know that's not really saying much because I was being pretty critical of the way the rest of the team was playing. This is our low point right here. We're actually taking damage on the core, and we're rather desperately trying to pull them off. I'm really glad that Mana flew past me instead of killing my tank, and here he's going to do it again. Well, now he's going to decide to kill me, but now it's too late because, yeah, he's just a bad Mana driver. What can I say? The Mana's really good at killing tanks, but you can kill him with the tank with one shot if they're dumb enough to drop into your line of fire. There's the thing about flying the Mana is they can pop up and dodge your fire in an upward direction whenever they want to, but they have to come down.
Oh, that head there.
And you can predict where they're going to come down quite often. Here's an arrow coming in. I'm, you know, as taking someone else's advice, going to shoot the arrow. Didn't do too well trying to own the tank before, but this time I'm going to manage to hit a few people. I'm going to take out one node, take out the orb carrier. The other node is down. We got another tank out here, so I'm going to drive forward and take... I really like this position on the tank, but don't tell anybody because they might... Oh, I'm going to get a real good shot on a cicada here, but unfortunately it takes two to kill them.
Grab the shape charge.
But I did hit him. I was pretty proud of that. I'm sorry he didn't die. Not really sure how to hit the Mana when they take that position right up there. I want to hit him with splash damage against the wall, but he's a little too far away from him. I missed that one too. Get this one. And didn't quite get him. I'm going to get this one because I'm going to predict where he's going to land. Got him. And that's the end of my career in the tank. But yeah, okay, we got their prime coming down. I think we're getting ready to finish it up here. Deciding whether to go to prime or center. I'm gonna go to center and try to hold on to that.
Attack the west tank.
You know, it's a call. You know, you got to go one way or the other. The center's closer. It's an easier decision to make. If I'd gone for the prime, that fight would have been over before I even got there, and maybe the center would have gone down too because I wasn't here to help out. So probably a good call. This is the position I take with the Scorpion. The red tank, unless he drives all the way around, isn't going to be able to get me here. I can kill all the Manas that come in. Here's a guy coming after me. Yeah, I'm going to jump out because one more shot would have got me, and I think he's going to finish me off with a black cannon there. Okay. So back on foot, just trying to hold on to these center nodes again. Yeah, red's coming in trying to take us back. How far along? We're coming close to the end to get a couple of kills here. Is that a... Yeah, I'll grab the bomb. Grab the bomb, go for the other one, because while I've been over here fighting for this one, they've been taking the other one. They're probably getting ready to take that one down too. So jump over here, deposit the bomb on the other one. There's another bomb there, but I'm not going to bother with it just yet. And screwed up and grabbed the sniper rifle when I was going after the arrow. And they came close to taking our prime again, so this was a pretty hard fought. It's easy to believe that we lost a lot of other matches looking at the way this is going, and yet we finally ended up taking it. I'm cursing this tank driver for not driving forward and taking out that other node, but of course he's taking fire, so I guess I can understand him being a little bit reluctant. That node's down anyway, so nothing lost too much. I hope he lived. Yeah, we're in the we just about got both sides here. We're taking out an... Oh, here comes the red orb. Yeah, I'm gonna miss him. Failed to take that red prime. They've got half the center again, but we're working on the other prime. While red works on the remaining side of the center. If they can take that center down, that'll preclude our taking their prime. But their prime is down on that side. They can still attack that center though, but now they can't. So now we pretty much got it locked up. All we got to do is build up that prime on that side, and we can hit their core and finish this off.
Red core is vulnerable. Attack the enemy.
And it looks like we're gonna get it. I've now spawned at the the enemy prime. They've got a tank up here trying to come in. I'm gonna suicide just in time before he's taking me out. I'm gonna jump here and try to take another shot at that tank. It looks like he's getting ready to kill me, but their core is gonna go down right at that instant. So that's the end of it. Yeah, have a good evening.